welcome you to another episode of the TAP Show. This is a program that focuses on wellness and success. I am your host, Kitira Adams, president of Haritech Global. Today, we will be talking about game-changing habits that you must add to your life. Now, I know our audience for Haritech are filled with high achievers, and high achievers are people that have these several responsibilities and tasks that they must complete. Now, in order to function at your optimal level, you want to be able to establish better routines. So when you talk about routines are behaviors that you carry out repeatedly. And some of these, or a lot of these routines, require little to no thought. So 95% of your brain power focuses on or is beyond your conscious awareness. So a lot of the things that you're doing are in a sense automated. And so it is better to establish these habits, right? Because habits are your behaviors that are automated in a sense. It's important to establish better habits which will translate or improve your productivity and also help you to perform your duties and responsibilities well. All right, so let's get started. Now, number one, I know you're going to say, I can't believe you said that, but I have to go there. Let's make things happen in that area. Number one is dental hygiene. It is important that you carry out preventative care when it comes to dental hygiene. So one of the things you want to do is that you want to brush your teeth. Again, I know you're wondering where am I going with this, but you want to brush your teeth at night. Also, I know you do that in the morning, and as high achievers, you come home, you may be very tired, and if you're not careful, you skip that routine. You want to incorporate that habit into your routine by brushing your teeth at night. Think about it. You're at home, you just got back from a long day, you've gotten everything, you're ready for bed, and maybe you didn't brush your teeth. So you as a person, right, laying down and resting, but while you're resting, you have given room for bacteria to feast on the food particles in your mouth. Okay, and so this can obviously cause some dental issues later. Remember, you are constantly engaging with people. You're constantly networking, you're constantly talking to people. So make that experience for both of you pleasant. So brushing your teeth at night is one way to clean that area in order that your whole body can go to rest. All right, so that the bacteria does not have a feast. Say she's going to bed, he's going to bed, it's time to feast. And then also not only brushing at night, but also floss. All right, flossing is good because it removes those food particles in your crevices. So when those food particles are out, again, that helps to it's a preventative care. All right, and so this can help with discoloration and also help with any daily stains when you brush your teeth and then you floss. Very, very key. So make sure that you incorporate that if you're not already doing so. Number two, I know I say this all the time, but I cannot stress this enough. It is important to declutter your mind. That is one thing you must get in the habit of doing. Declutter your mind looks like, basically transferring thoughts that you have onto paper. So you're not constantly housing these thoughts. Another one is to share your thoughts with a trusted party, because you are, as a high achiever, you're constantly on the go, constantly thinking. You don't have the time to clog this precious space you have to think. Okay, so you must free up your mental space. It gives you better focus. All right, think about a disk. If a disk is if you have a disk and it's full and you're constantly trying to upload new information, it's not going to retain that information. And so it's important that you declutter and to help you free up the space so that you can better function and better have that focus. All right, that's number two. Number three, eat well. If you're following me on social media, you notice that I'm on a journey of increasing my intake in fruits and vegetables. Okay, now I've noticed that, okay, as a high achiever, I need to constantly, I constantly want to increase my energy level. I want to make sure I have better focus, attention, and all. So the important thing that I need to do is to ensure that I am replenishing myself. I am supplying this body with the right ingredients and the right nutrients. Now this body takes you to and fro, gets things done with you, and so it's important to be mindful about how you treat it so that you can best there's a saying that goes, if you feel your best, you're able to give your best, right? So make sure that you're eating well. So join me on that journey. I even have it right here. If you're not already, I encourage you. And one of the things that we're doing is to incorporate more fruits and vegetables and seeds, or we have the seeds or nuts into our diet. Okay, so you're adding it to your diet. This is not a weight loss. God knows that I need all the extra pounds, but this is about feeling and giving your best. Okay, so start small, introduce your taste buds to it. Now, I talked about ways to establish better habits in the previous episode, so you can check it out. But for today, I'm sharing with you some habits that are game changing. All right, so that's number 3. Eat well. You can also add vitamins to it, but make sure that that vitamin is of high quality nutrients. Okay, now number 4, hydrate yourself. Okay, make it a habit to do so. So one way to do, if you're not someone who naturally drinks a lot of water, make sure that you have the water at hand, which means that you can put in your purse, in your car, next to your reach, in your office, wherever you're going, you have it with you so that you can keep sipping. Ideally, you should take about 10 cups. From research, I know you should take more, but ideally you want to take no less than that. Okay, you are made of 70% water. You're constantly losing water, so it's important to take in, because again, as high achievers, you're constantly on the go, and so the best you can do for your body is to ensure that it is in its right state. Okay, so one of the drinks that I also love, a dear friend of mine introduced me to it, and I have been faithful to it, and so that's Body Armor, a very amazing drink that I also add to it. Again, everything has to be in moderation, so I take that in addition to the water. It helps to replenish the electrolytes. All right, so I hope that has been you're learning. So far we've talked about 4 things. Now the 5th one, as high achievers, you are experts in your field. You understand your space, your area, and you give this quality information, or you do what you do best. But recognize that there are others as well that are expert in their field. So if there's a particular area that you need help in, contact the experts. So number 5 is ask for help. I'll give you an example. So me being on this fruit and vegetable blend, excuse me, I noticed that it's not everything that I know, right, about the nutritional content of the fruits and vegetables. So instead of me going on this internet and getting all manner of information, what did I do? I reached out to an expert, a dietitian, and I asked, how can I have access to quality information? Within minutes, literally, it was within a span of 5 minutes, less than that actually, this expert gave me very useful resources that I can go and get quality and direct information. So as high achievers, you don't have time to be wasting around and getting low quality information. So look in your circle. If you're looking for something, or looking for answers, or needing some ideas, and it's not in your particular field, reach out to someone. Make it a habit of reaching out and asking the experts. Very, very key. And man, I would not have even found that website or information online. This is what top information that I got from the experts herself. So I encourage you to try that also more often. Number 6, one thing I want to share with you as well. Hear this. Do not take things personal. As high achievers, when you get in your zone and you're doing the things you're doing, people will start to look at you from a magnifying lens. if you do it this way, you make a little bit of tweak, or it doesn't work out the way you always do it, people will look at you with a very, like a zoom in on every flaw, you could say. But don't take it personal. That tells you that you are in your space, and so people sort of expect quality from you. All right. And so I encourage you, like James Clear would say, not taking things personal is your superpower. All right. It is your superpower. So make sure that whenever feedback comes to you, again, it's feeding you. And so take it for what it is. Learn from it, grow, and move past it. But don't let it cause you to not show up or own the space that you're in. Don't take things personal. All right. Make sure that it's something that you can better grow into or be better at. All right. And number 7, one thing that I encourage you to do is to write things down, okay, or record yourself. So as high achievers, you're constantly thinking, ideas will come to you, thoughts, solutions, opportunities, whatnot comes to you. So when it comes to you, have a book or a piece of paper or whatever always around you. So I have this tiny book with me, right? Has sticky notes, so what I don't need I throw away, what I need is there. Okay. I also I'm quick to record myself, so anytime ideas come to you, make sure that you take advantage of it, because those are very, very important. How many of you have thought of a great idea, or some solution came to you, or some thought came to you, and you were like, oh, when I get home, I will write this down. And as soon as you get home, you can't even remember what it is that thought that came to you. So be in the habit of recording yourself. And also, when you record yourself or put it in your notes app on your phone, make sure that you label it. Okay, label it so that you can easily access that information. Label with something that is easy to notice, so that you're not spending time going through tens and hundreds of recordings trying to figure out, when did I say this thing? When did I have that idea? You don't have that time. Okay, now the next thing, 8, is to, I've talked about this before, parallel task. Again, there are 24 hours. You have a lot going on. Learn to parallel task so that you can achieve 2 things or more at the same time. So for example, my fruit and veggie blend that I'm going on, I've been going on that journey, right? And to keep myself even more accountable, I decided to talk about it on social media. And one of the things that I said was that I am going to post every day from Monday through Friday up until December. I'm going to post new recipes online. So in this way, it also keeps me accountable to make sure that I have this also ready for the audience. And I also take that drink and I see tremendous results in my overall health. So I'm able to achieve 2 things. It does take some level of thinking and processing, but once you do it, you are able to achieve certain things at the same time, and that saves you time to be able to do the other responsibilities that you have. Last but not the least, I'm leaving it at 9, I'm leaving the 10 for you. Last but not the least, reflect on your day, reflect on a task, reflect a lot continually. So let's say you have a presentation, you nailed the representation, great, but find room, where could you improve? So first, what did you do that was good? What is that skill that was great? What is that thing that you did that was great that you want to continue doing? And is there an area that you could do better? Okay, so when you're doing this kind of assessment, right, it helps you to refine your skills and to continually be better. So if you want to get better in communication, you want to give better in your time management, whatever you want to get better at, recognize that task, analyze it really quick, what worked, what didn't work, because what you know now, you can improve on it. This is not the time to look down and to over criticize yourself and put yourself down. No, this is the time to say, now that I know better, I can do better. All right, so you're best sharpening your skills. So I hope that you've been able to write these things down and you're going to incorporate or implement it in your daily life or establish this better routine. And I know that I encourage you, if you have your own, please share it in the comment section as well. I know that I would love to know about it as well as others on this platform as well. Thank you so much for joining. Now, as I end, one thing I want to share with you is building habits takes time and consistency. Takes time and consistency. And so recognize that, just start and then keep going. If you slip up, remind yourself and keep going. Soon it will become automated and you wouldn't have to think twice about doing it. And remember, the day you plant the seed is not the day you expect the harvest or you get the harvest. All right, so water it, give it time, keep at it, and you will see the results. This will help you better establish routine and then perform at a higher level when it comes to achieving certain tasks, duties, and accomplishing any responsibility. I've had a wonderful time as usual, and as usual, I hope to see you same time next week right here for the TAP Show. God bless you. Keep unfolding, because there is more to you than meets the eye. Have a creative and wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in.